Here in Tahrir Square, they're furious about an edict they say could turn President Morsi into a new dictator, every bit as powerful as the man they drove from office last year.
He is the first dictator in Egypt. He is more power than Mubarak. So I am here to take the law again to the Egypt.
President Morsi is still basking in the glow of approval from the United States and the world for helping to mediate the ceasefire in Gaza. With that international prestige, he's now declaring that no Egyptian court can overrule him at home. All for the good, he insists, of the Egyptian people.
I tell you, I feel the heartbeat of the people and understand what the Egyptian people want. I have a clear and irreversible legitimacy.
For President Morsi, this is a huge political gamble. Of course, his supporters here love it, but has he overplayed his hand? Has he tried to grab too much power? The reaction of the rest of Egypt is the way we'll find out.
We didn't complete our revolution yet. We need these decisions to take the power to the revolution, not to Mubarak system.
Already the government has been under pressure with a violent demonstration that's been running all week against the action of the Interior Ministry. Today there have been new attacks on the offices of the ruling Muslim Brotherhood in Alexandria and other cities. There's rage against this decision and a wider frustration that President Morsi's government has done little to improve their lives. John Lyon, BBC News, Cairo.
Well, we're joined now from our Cairo studio by Ziad Aly. He's an IT entrepreneur who supported the moderate Islamist Abu Fattah in this year's presidential election, which was won by Mohammed Morsi. Ziad Aly, so why are these people, do you think, so angry? Because Morsi's allies say, look, these new powers are just temporary until we get a new constitution.
Hi Zainab, how are you? I mean, I've been in Tahrir most of today and yesterday as well, and people are really raged. You know, many of the Egyptians supported President Morsi and continue to do so. President Morsi came out with these constitutional amendments in an attempt to achieve stability. Today, I see a lot of the Egyptians are not very happy with these announcements, basically because they think this will lead to another pharaoh and another dictator who will lead to a huge hegemony on the part of his party.
But don't they understand that maybe when there's a new parliament and when new members of the judiciary are appointed and there's a new constitution, that these powers will be given up by Morsi?
Absolutely, Zainab. I think the problem is right now is where we are. I mean, today there is a lot of rage, not only in Cairo, but in Alexandria, on the Mediterranean, in Port Said, in many parts of Egypt. And the clashes, unfortunately, are not amongst protesters and the police. Today we are seeing something that is very unusual to us revolutionaries, which is a fight between revolutionaries and the Muslim Brotherhood, who were standing side by side for months and months trying to change this country to the better. So if we judge by the results of these announcements, I think they're horrible. I think I'm not a legal advisor to say whether this is right or wrong. I'm not a constitutional expert to say whether he's right or wrong. I'm just judging by the results.
So do you think that we have now seen something set in motion which many people had warned about, which is essentially that Egypt has become polarized between the Islamists and the secularists?
Absolutely. Today we have a huge problem and a very dangerous situation. I'm sure the president, when he announced these constitutional amendments, he had in mind to achieve social and economic stability, as well as trying to support the revolution objectives, which is freedom, justice, and human dignity. Unfortunately, today is a very sad day. We are very far from that.
But don't you think that Egypt's such an important country that there'll be a lot of pressure applied on Mohammed Morsi, not only by countries like the United States, but also other more moderate Arab countries or countries like Turkey, saying, don't push it too far, Mr. Morsi?
I really cannot expect what these powers how will they behave. But I mean, if I were to say what I would love to see happening, I would love to see the president who is part of us, who has been, I mean, very close to a lot of the revolutionaries on both sides. I would like him to give his hand to all the Egyptians, whether secular, Islamist, or wherever, and just start really a dialogue to really unite Egyptians, which, I mean, I'm sure is top on his agenda.
Ziad Aly, thank you very much indeed for talking to us live from Cairo there.